everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be telling you guys basically about Reborns, everything you basically need to know about Reborns. So about them in general, the price range, and then all about these different things. So that's what I'm going to be talking to you guys about. A video prior to this, recently prior to filming this video, I filmed a video about Reborn scams in the community and then also where you can buy your Reborns. So if you guys want to check that video out, it will be in the iCard. I believe it's in this corner, but it could be in the other. I believe it is in this corner. It'll be in the iCard linked, so you can check it out after you check out this video. So let's get started. Just quickly, if I'm looking down a lot, it's because I have like notes down here that I don't want to miss out on telling you guys. So sorry if that's going to bother you, but I'm going to be looking down a lot. But there will be some notes on the screen. Okay, so what are Reborn dolls? So Reborn dolls are a doll that is painted by hand from an artist to be made realistically like a real baby. There are multiple different kits along with multiple different sculptors and artists. The difference between sculptors and artists are sculptors sculpt the kit with their hands and then put it up for sale for then artists to buy and paint. Artists are people who paint the kits by hand to make them look realistic, then sell them. Sculptors can also be artists and vice versa. What is the price range? So it all depends on the artist's work, so details and everything like that. Also, how much time they put into that baby, along with the size and the material of the kit. So by material, I mean whether it's vinyl or whether it's silicone. Obviously, if it's silicone, it's going to be a lot higher. If it's vinyl, it's going to be a little less cheaper, but it's still going to be expensive. So, but the price range usually ranges between $500 to at least maybe $4,000 or more. So by $4,000 in the thousands, mainly silicones. You can get into the early one, like thousands, with vinyl, but they would have to be really good, possibly a prototype baby to be in the thousands. A really good artist would put their baby in the thousands for vinyl, but then that means their silicones will be even more expensive. But silicones are mainly in the thousands. You'll probably never find a silicone that's in the hundreds, unless you get a pretty good price, and if you do, that would be in the 900s at least. Okay, so the different materials. So vinyl. Vinyl is a hard type material, so this is vinyl right here, which is easier to look after. So if you're thinking between vinyl and silicone, vinyl is easier. Vinyl is easier, you still need to be very careful, obviously. But all you really need to do is get like a makeup brush with a small makeup brush with bristles, soft bristles I must add. And just to get like in their eye creases, up their nostrils, basically in every crease on their body that kind of gets like put out into like dust environment, I guess. You want to clear out. You want to clean it out quite often. I haven't cleaned his out yet though, since I got him, but he does need cleaning out. I just haven't done it yet. He's not that dusty though, so obviously if they're sitting on a shelf most of the time, they're going to pick up a lot more dust. However, he's getting moved around a lot, so he's not just sitting in the one spot collecting dust all the time. He's getting moved around, so he's not collecting as much dust. So yeah. But a brush that I can show you is kind of something similar to this. This is just a makeup brush. This is what you'll need. This isn't the one that I would use for him, but this is like for actual makeup that I'd use. But I do have a specific makeup brush for him and my Reborns to clean the dust out. I don't know if this is focusing or not, but this is the brush, super small bristle, and that is what you would use. So you do not want to put vinyl babies in water. You do not want to bathe them. You don't want to do anything like that. Do not put vinyl babies in water. Okay, so another material of reborn babies is silicone. You can get reborn babies, you can get silicone babies. I don't personally own a silicone baby. Not sure if I ever will. Maybe in the future, once I have all my dream babies and I have time to look after a silicone baby, because silicone babies are a lot harder, I would say, to look after to a vinyl baby. I wouldn't say harder. I would just say a lot more work than a vinyl baby. So silicone is like a squishy, soft material that is a lot harder to obviously look after than vinyl. You'd have to powder the silicone, like you'd have to powder the baby. I'm not sure how often you would want to do it, maybe once a month, once every 2 weeks, up to you. Whenever they start to feel sticky though, because powdering them stops them from being sticky, and you don't want them to be sticky. So putting the powder on them makes them feel soft and smooth and not as sticky. And just putting baby powder on them to powder them is all you need to do. With silicones, you can bathe them. So I'll get into this later on, but you can get partial and you can get full body silicone. Not sure how you would do with a partial being bathed. Not sure if you would want to even try doing that. But full body silicone, go ahead, bathe it in the water. I'm sure you can use like baby lotion and stuff, like baby wash, to wash it as well. That also cleans it, but make sure if you do bathe it, please make sure you pour baby powder on straight after you get it out of the bath, because it will get sticky. So, moving on to the type of reborns. So, reborns are a vinyl baby that a sculptor has made with their bare hands and sculpted them to look like that. So, sculpted them to look like a certain baby, certain way. So, for example, the twin A and the twin B are a reborn. The Saskia is a reborn. The Maddie is a reborn. Pretty sure I just said all Bonnie Brown kids. I did not mean to do that. But, yes, they are all reborns. So, moving on to a reborn. Reborns are also vinyl, and they are a baby that is actually sculpted from a real-life baby or child baby. So, a reborn is sculpted from a real-life baby using a 3D printer, I believe. And then a reborn is sculpted from a sculptor using their bare hands and sculpting it the way that they want, not going off someone else. And then you have your silicones. So you have a partial silicone, which is a baby where everything is silicone except the body, so the belly and the back. And then you have the full body silicone, which is a silicone baby where the whole body is made of silicone and is mostly molded in one piece. So everything is all connected. They can also have armatures in their arms and in their legs, so you can pose their arms and their legs. I'm sure you can have partial ones like that as well. So, with your vinyl babies, they can also have a belly plate so they can have a half belly plate or a full belly plate. So, a half belly plate, for example, is what a twin A and twin B have. So it's just kind of like the top bit of their stomach, so their belly button and upwards. That's kind of half of a belly plate. And then a full belly plate is like the Ethan kit, where it comes up over the shoulders here. Comes down, it shows like your little like nipple area, the belly button, and then it can also have the little genital area, which the Ethan kit's obviously a boy, so it would have the little boy private parts. But if you had a girl kit that had all of that, you can also get obviously girl private parts. And I believe you can also get them like that, where you have the shoulder bit and it comes down and it just ends under the belly button. It doesn't have the genital bits either. So those are also belly plate options. They are mainly used for photo purposes, so you wouldn't always have them on them all the time. You would just have the cloth body. But if you were like to take photos or put them in an outfit where they'd see the cloth, you can pop that on and then you can, go on with your day. So, Playbones. Playbones do not get spoken about a lot. They're not that big, but someone I know who does them, Aaliyah's Reborn World, she paints them, and basically a Playborn is a reborn or a realborn that doesn't have much detail and is cheaper for younger children, kind of. So, that's what a Playborn is. A Playborn is a baby that isn't as detailed and is cheaper than a reborn. Cuddle babies. Cuddle babies are a reborn baby that is cloth all over their body bar their head. So every part of their body, including their arms and legs, are cloth, and then the head is just vinyl. I'm not sure if you can get silicone ones, I'd have to look, but the head is just vinyl. Okay, so moving on to factory-made dolls. So factory-made dolls like Bradford Exchange and Ashton Drake, which by the way are not two different things, they're the same thing. So Bradford Exchange and Ashton Drake are the same thing. So they sell babies like Brooklyn here, who she is actually from Bradford Exchange. So they are basically made from a machine and not by hand. So with Paradise Galleries. So Bradford Exchange and Paradise Galleries dolls are based or made from a machine, I believe. They are not hand painted, they are made from a machine, and that is what a factory made doll means. Factory, machines. So this is her, she's factory made, she's not perfect, she has glued on hair. She doesn't have rooted hair, she has, well, I don't know, machine painted hair. Machine painted like skin and not hand painted. So she doesn't actually have any veins either, so she's not as realistic, obviously. She has slight blushing, that's about it. So that is basically what factory made dolls are. They're not as realistic, they're not real reborns, they are factory made. So these type of babies would actually be a great starter baby, whether you're like young or that slightly bit older. That would be a great starting baby along with like, I don't know, because they aren't super realistic, but nor are they as expensive as real like good quality dolls. So yeah, just to clarify, Bradford Exchange and Ashton Drake are the same thing, just in case you guys get confused when you hear those two and think they're different things. They're not, they're the same, but Paradise Galleries is a different thing. Different like website. Okay, so since I got this video idea from like people who have messaged me. People have been messaging me wondering where you buy reborns and wondering all these questions and information about reborns. So I thought I'd put it into a video, so I did one prior to this one as I mentioned, and now I'm also filming this one. Basically I just got questions from what they've been asking me and put them into like this little thing to answer at the end of this video. Some I may have added in, but mostly they are from people who have asked questions that people have asked me when I was helping them out. So the first question someone asked me was, why aren't they sold in stores? So reborns aren't sold in stores because they are handmade and sculpted by artists and sculptors that they then sell themselves, and for specific reasons, not for little children. So that's why they aren't sold in shops, because they are handmade and they sell them themselves. They aren't to be put into the shop. They are way too expensive to be put into a shop, I believe. Well, I think, and I don't think you would really go to a shop to buy a doll like this. It's something you would definitely have in your own home on a website or something like that. It's just not something you would put into a store because it's handmade and like not like a factory made doll. Even though like Bradford Exchange dolls aren't like put into stores, they're not plastic dolls. Is basically where I'm going. Okay. Another question someone asked me was, are they fragile? So silicones are more than vinyl, as it can tear, but both are fragile and can break if not looked after with respect and like properly. So obviously, yes, they are fragile. You would like to support them like you would, hold them like you would a real baby basically, and you should be okay. Don't drop it. Especially with silicones, just make sure you don't tug on it too tight because you don't want it to tear. Obviously, silicone's a lot softer. It's more easy to tear, and you just don't want to do any of that. Obviously, these ones here can also get damaged. They can cut. You know, you don't want to damage them in any way. So basically, treat them with respect like you would a real baby, and you should be good. What is the age limit? That's another question I got asked. Not really what is the age limit, but what is the age limit for like... Okay, this is kind of one that I put in. I kind of just changed it based off what people were asking me. So basically people would ask me, like, would a baby like this be suitable for this age? So I'm going to basically go through different types of reborns and tell you guys like the age appropriate kind of area. So there is no age limit as such. I would just say certain types of reborns are for different ages. Example, cuddle babies could be possibly for toddlers, so 3 years old maybe, but could also go to ages 5 and 6. Playbones around the ages 8 to 12, something they can get into as they grow older. Obviously, if you think your child is younger than that and think they are able to have a baby like that, go ahead. Obviously, I'm not saying that you can't have Playborn and you can't have a cuddle baby as like a 20-year-old. I'm just saying if you wanted a reborn like doll for this specific age, this is what you could give them instead of like a U-Beaut one, you know. So Playbones around 8 to 12, reborns or realborns, vinyl, so 15 to like whatever age really then, and then silicone from 15 onwards also, but as long as you can look after that baby and is trustworthy and know how to look after them basically. Another question is, why are they so expensive? Reborns are expensive because a lot of time and an effort goes into making them. They are obviously hand painted, hand rooted, so that's a lot of effort. That takes a lot of skills also, so you need to, you know, pay up for their work and everything that went into it. Also, the kit price itself is really expensive, so you're obviously paying for the kit price on top of it. So say the kit is like $100, you're paying $100, and then on top of that you're paying the time and effort that went into the artist painting that baby. Obviously the amount of detail that goes into the baby also adds on price. So it all depends obviously on the artist. Some may run cheaper, some may run, you know, higher. But yeah, it's just all depends on how much work goes into the baby, how much details in the baby, how much the kit is. Your baby might get a little cheaper by whatever kit it is. So yeah. Okay, what to start with? I would recommend saying a Bradford Exchange or a Paradise Gallery doll is what you could definitely start with. But obviously you could also go with a Playborn or a Cuddle Baby if preferred. What are they used for? Reborn babies are used for a bunch of different things. I personally use them for my own happiness and fun, but these dolls are also display dolls and used for role play, but some other people use them for reasons such as stress, anxiety, depression, dementia, loss of a child, not able to get pregnant, and so many more medical reasons, mental illness reasons. So yeah, they're not just used for roleplay purposes like myself. Some are used for actual mental illnesses. So these babies can actually come in handy. Also, another thing that just popped to my mind, some reborns are actually made to be played in certain TV shows or movies. So instead of always having a real baby on set, they will get a reborn, mimic it like the baby they are playing like in the show, and that's what they will use sometimes. So yeah, that is all that I have for you guys for this video. I hope this video helps you guys out a lot more about reborns, like, you know, information wise and everything. Thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the post